Hello, everyone, folks and y'all. So here we are, making an action. It's fun. I need to try to remember where I picked up off last time. So I'm pretty sure we have, because this isn't an action yet, I can't actually use the action functionality, but I think this time I want to get that set up, make this an action, but whether it's ready or not, get it out there public so that I can use it and figure out how the action is passing information to my PowerShell, and then we can test everything else from there. I think a good first thing is going to be I need to make a new repository as if this was my profile repository, because I don't want to break all my other stuff. I'll just call it test. Testing my top 8 against a repo. README, make this public, add a README, no git ignore, create. And so this is the repository. Once I make this an action, this repository will invoke the action and make the top 8 here, until it's working. This will be my playground. So I guess to start, I would need to edit this README quick. Let's do something like sunglasses. Here's my top 8 nerds. And then I need my section code. Let me figure out what that was. Yep, here we go. So start and end. And that's all someone will have to do. Put this code in their profile, go make, invoke the action, and poof, magic happens. So let me save this. Thanks for viewing. Just so I know that there's stuff afterwards, I'm putting it back properly. Sweet. So if this action works, it should place code right underneath here for the top 8. Okay, I'm gonna need another tab here. My top 8. And this is cool. It looks like, because I have this action YAML file, GitHub already recognizes that this is a unpublished action. So this will all be new. I want to see what draft a release is. Tag a version. No. I don't have any binaries, it's just the repository. This is a pre-release. We'll point out that this release is identified as non-production ready. Exactly. Release title. My top 8. I can't publish this because you guys watched me read that, right? Sweet. Oh crap, what happened? Oh, take me back. Okay, publish the action. Let's go to, what category would this be? Community, probably. Yeah, we'll just leave it as community. Didn't this give me? All right. It's my top 8. I thought I did this already. This will. In a repositories root readme.md file. Yeah, because you can have like nested readmes all over the place in every folder, but this is like just the readme for the repository, the first readme that gets generated. Nothing fancy. Got a tag, pre-release, publish. Cool. I have a action. Oh, this isn't even working though. Whoops. But now it's out there. I guess let me make the workflow. We would go to actions. Nope. I want to make an action in this repository. We'd go to actions. Let me make one. Oh, here, set up your workflow yourself. Get rid of that fluff. Let's use this repo's actions as a template because I don't remember what they are. It's basically going to look exactly like this. Name. My top 8 runs every hour. Yeah, that should be fine. Update this profile's README with my top 8 users. Run it on Ubuntu. First check out, and then use. Master. I wonder if this is the. This would be me, and then my top 8. Main, I guess. And then I can throw some parameters at this. My top 8. Oh, I've got the code here. So one of them that I want, the only required one is users list. So I'm going to need to provide those. Feed list. Users list. Yep. And so this will be let's come here. Throw this guy over here. Go to my followers. Okay, this is be comma separated. One, two, three, four, five, six. I don't know. Who cares? Okay, so I've got some users here. Hopefully it reads this in correctly. And that's it. GitHub workflows. What do I name this file? I guess I can name it whatever I want. So many GitHubs. GitHub workflows. I guess I can call it whatever I want. Yeah. This will be called, whoops, workflow. My top 8. YAML. And yep. The only thing I'm questioning right now is this tagging here, like what version I'm using, because I released use latest version. Okay, see, okay, perfect. I would need to tag the version that I created. So my top 8. Okay, that should pass that. Again, this isn't going to work yet, but I just want to make this connection so that as we post new things, here's the problem. When I make a change, I'm going to have to publish a new version out here. But on this other action, I'm just grabbing master. So like that branch. Unless his release is named master. I don't know. Let me keep this at... let me just keep this the way it is. See what output comes out of here. And I can always change this to main or whatever. Workflow, commit. Great. I have a workflow. So now if I come under actions... Wait. GitHub workflow. Oh, workflows. So GitHub's not auto... Darn it. GitHub's not automatically recognizing this as a workflow because the file is named incorrectly. Workflows. Whack. I hope this updates the structure. Correcting folder name. Perfect. Okay, now if I come in actions, there we go. So here's my top 8. I'm going to run this and just see what blows up. Run workflow. Yeah. Oh, okay. Very cool. We'll see what happens. Okay, I read in the users list. README path. Yeah, because I checked out this repository. Perfect. So this will be correct. My top 8 post. Here's an email. Okay. Hang on. I'm going to look at this before I say something stupid. README path. Okay, this defaults to whack README. So now that my action's here, I can get rid of this hard-coded value for that parameter. And I want to use the default. Similarly, I no longer need this because now I'm passing it via the list here. I can get rid of this. That's great. It read these in. That's so awesome. And yeah, see, this path is wrong. This is where the action runs from. And then the default path is just a README right away, right inside this repository. But I manually set in the PowerShell function or the PowerShell script, the action, whatever, that, oh, Matthew J. DeGarmo, whack, README MD, hard-coded value for testing. But now I can get rid of that. And I'm pretty sure I can just run this again. Save. Oh. Okay, so I need to, this is now the master copy. Yeah, and I just need to see what this does. So now I've pushed that up. I want to change my reference. I hope I can do this. Instead of calling the exact release, I want to just call main. Like whatever code exists in the main branch, like I just pushed up an update. That's the version of the action I want to test. But eventually, I guess I can do, release 1 or 2 or whatever. Commit change, and let's go run this action. Actions, my top 8. Let's just run it again. It's on a trigger every hour, which is fine, but I can still manually kick this off. And we'll see what breaks now. And it'll just be this until it works. So that'll be fun. Uh-oh. What? Oh, why are you... Show me the whole log. Why is it cutting this off? Okay, it came from this. Oh, here's some more. Okay, so it still read this in. It gives me, it runs it here. Actions. Matthew J. DeGarmo, my top 8, main. Maybe I'll just have to keep releasing versions. That would be really annoying. There we go. Remove test. Okay, but how do I push a new version? Releases. Create a new release. What did I tag the last one? I cannot remember this stuff. Okay, let me come back here. Open up this. What's the tag? 0.1. So I will make a new tag. 0.2. Alpha. Yep, targeting the main branch. Yep. Release doesn't need a title. This is a pre-release. Cool. Publish. Sweet. This is going to be a lot of work. Okay. Let's go back to the code. Update the... there is no latest. Don't people have the latest tag on here? Tag latest. Sweet. No, that's all I have to do. Then my code here doesn't ever have to change. It can just stay referencing latest right here. Hopefully. Cool. Now if we run this action, it'll have the updated code because I published a new version. Run workflow. Hope you're having a wonderful week. It's Thursday. Almost the end of the week. It's been a busy one for me. Okay, here we go. Ooh, it hasn't yelled yet. Cannot find it. Okay, let me come to latest. I'm just confused because when we gave it the tag the first time, it just worked. Yeah, it just worked last time. When I gave the tag name, my top 8 latest. If we come back to the first one that ran, yeah, see, that worked. My top 8 tag name, which in my case now is latest, but maybe I need to publish a new one called latest. Start my top 8. Yeah, I may need to just publish a new release. Just call them all latest, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Just bite the bullet. What was this? Version 0.2 alpha. I'm not even going to write messages at this point because this is going to be pretty tedious. So let me run this again. Now my issue is it's not even seeing the PowerShell file at all through the action. So I got to fix that now. Well, it should show up. Oh, maybe I didn't click that. Here we go. Oh, okay, cool. Checkout works, which is great. It gets everything else. Cannot bind argument to parameter path. Maybe something else is not working. Users list, readme path. Yeah, okay, so the action reads these correctly. Maybe I'm not referencing them correctly. I assume parameter path is referring to technically get content has path right here, technically. So it's not reading this as anything. So I wonder if I need to just take off the environment variable, if it just makes a variable called this. Because I remember last time in our documentation, it creates environment variables and, you know, appends input to them. So I guess let me try this. Oh my goodness. Hope that's spelled correctly. Okay, cool. Push some code up. Publish a new action. Let me come back to code. 3 tags. These are the same. I'm just going to tag them with draft a new release. I'm just going to make it latest. What in the world? I must not understand this. I'll just keep with the 0.3 alpha. Cool. Now I need to come on and update this. Jeez. There's got to be a better way to test this out, but I just don't know what that is. So this change was changing this variable reference, and so maybe this will work. I think it's failing on this command out of the gate. And so if this works, I'm assuming I will start failing on, like down here. I'd have to update all these references, but I need to prove that that's even a viable fix first. Please be a different error. Can I bind argument to parameter path? I wish this told me more. I am not even sure what to do at this point. I need to reference this. Line number 2. I don't understand. So if it's actually running this script, I mean, you know, it's line number, whatever, way down here. It runs this in PowerShell. I may need to pull up that documentation. I don't care about the Docker file. I want to see an example of someone using variables. Okay, here's some PowerShell. Env app ID. You know what? Maybe it keeps. Maybe it just keeps it the same name. README path. And README path becomes an environment variable. Maybe it doesn't append the input underscore. I'm going to remove all of these. Let me okay, that means I can delete this here. Here. Again, that's my best guess at this point. Oops. Okay, releases, make a new release. 0.4. Alpha, blank, blank, blank. Cool. Now we need to come update this reference to the new package I just made. For commit. I guess I better make sure that that actually got up here. Okay, cool. Now let's run it again. Come on, man. Just work. At least give me a different error. Something helpful. Okay, so now we have a new path here. These aren't even called yet. Oops, I don't want that one. I want this one. Path, I don't understand. App ID. The following variables are set up in the environment from the main workflow. What? Main workflow? The heck is that? Where did he make that file though? He's saying update the main workflow, the tenant ID, blah, blah, blah. Click on the pencil, edit file. When you update the tenant ID in the env section, note tenant ID was provided when you created the service principal. Setting up your first action. I just need to know how variables work. I've named it something else. Arguments. This is what you'd expect. It allows you to pass arguments. Uses blah, blah, blah. Okay, and you can pass. You can pass the variable in. I'm already doing that. I just need to know how to reference. What's in an action? Blah, blah, blah. This is what I want. Creating. Does my PowerShell have to look like this? This is shell, but still there's some syntax of referencing the variables that I'm not understanding. More Google's pass environment variable into an action. Workflow syntax. Care about that. I want to see an example of. Okay. I don't think this is what I want. Action.yaml variable. Even just seeing more examples would be great. Oh, that's what I wanted, actually. See, it just calls some JavaScript. And this will have its own what were the variables called? Okay, I'm a little lost. I think I already looked at this one. Yeah, see, this is how to plug in GitHub variables into the action. But I just want to figure out once the action makes, the action read in README path as this. How the heck do I reference that in my PowerShell? How to reference action input? Maybe I don't need to use the expression syntax for actions. Event. Okay, this comes with all kinds of built-in job, steps, runner, needs. None of this stuff is what I want. Let me come back to this blog example. This guy just uses JavaScript too, though. Yeah, see, so he's got a variable that he's making called feed list. But he's just using JavaScript. Yep, so down here he's saying, yep, call this with all of these. Here's the variable name. He's got defaults. And that feeds this JavaScript file. Holy moly. Not helpful, unfortunately. Feed list. Yeah, he's just explaining the variables, but I need to figure out how to reference them. I don't know. GitHub Docs. Okay. Well, what is this? Is this a job? It's a step. Individual task. It can be an action or shell command. Mine's an action. Bob's Discount Furniture presents Bob Opera. Oh, great, an ad. Runs on, yep, steps, uses a checkout. Gosh, but they're not grabbing information. Let me go to uses blah blah blah. I just need a script. I just need an example of a PowerShell script in an action using a variable. Please. With name and path. Okay. Steps. Oh, that's upload artifact. Darn it. No, maybe that's not what I want. Okay, this may be it. So here's an action, an Azure action. I'm assuming this is using PowerShell. This syntax is in the action that references something stored in GitHub. Now I'd like to find the file that references this value as being true. In their dadgum code. Maybe I need to go to that action. All right, here it is. Here's how they define it. You know, they're same thing. Here's the parameter name. Yeah, and they're also just calling some JavaScript. Is that what I have to do? Lib main.js. They're not even using it here. Dadgum, I just need to see an example. It's kind of frustrating. Maybe it does need to be wrapped up like this. You know what? Let me come to scripts. I thought I had to use some syntax here. Oh, not in this one. Let me come to, I use a GitHub variable in one of my modules here. Build. I think it's this one. Yeah, see, this comes from GitHub though, but it still creates it as an environment variable. Yeah, see, I've got a secret. No, that must be Azure. So, okay, this is stored. It gets this from Azure. And Azure creates an environment variable. But this is really stored in an Azure Key Vault. This doesn't help me either. Anyone got any ideas? Where was that article that told me that it appended input? Wait. Environment variables. This is in the workflow. I don't need that. I want them from the action. GitHub Action variables. Description test. Yep, with test variable, this is just a test. Yeah, okay, so he's trying to reference it here like this. None. I think I have to pass the n variable through my Docker file. I don't have a Docker file. I don't need to use my own, do I? Yeah, they're still using input test var. GitHub creates an environment variable for the input with the name input underscore. Whoops. This guy linked some documents. This is rough. I feel like I haven't gotten anything done. Okay, this is the document I was looking at last time. Num octocats. It turns into input num octocats. The input ID must start with the letter or blank. Okay, that's just the name of the parameter. Runs using pre-if post. Yeah, okay, so I've already done that. I'm running it with PowerShell. Yeah, I'm not making my own Docker for this. These are icons. Darn it. Maybe I need to create parameters. Let me try something. Path. And this would just be path. I don't know, maybe the environment variable isn't getting through to this somehow. I just don't know. Okay, push something up. Gotta come publish a new version. What am I on, 5? Gotta come here and update this reference. And run my workflow. See what breaks. This is quite a roadblock. I didn't expect this to be this hard to figure out. Or take this long to figure out, I should say. Hey, something else broke. At least the error changed. Supply values for the following parameters. So I know it's executing the function properly. So what's going on is this is a mandatory parameter. Oh, you know what? I could ditch this. If I'm providing a default, then it doesn't need to be mandatory. Draft a new release. Boom, boom, boom. Click, click, click. All right. Let's move this to 6. Commit. Run it again. Come on, do something. It's an empty string. So I'm still not referencing somehow. I'm gonna end this here. My goodness. I'll have to do some more research on this on my own and figure out how to get this variable reference to work. So my PowerShell needs to be able to reference these variables over here. And I just am not, my syntax is not working. So I'll figure that out, you know, off camera so that the next time this is actually exciting. But yeah, we're getting closer now. I have an action. It just is not referencing anything properly. And once I can figure that out, then I can actually do the stuff. This will actually, you know, read that path, blah, 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 push stuff up. So I'll save all of that for next time, but I will try to figure out what syntax am I missing to reference this path. Dadgum. I didn't see. Everything else is using these brackets like this, but this is just not. That's just not PowerShell. Maybe I need that. Let's one more try. I'm gonna get rid of. I'm gonna comment this back out. New syntax. Release, draft a new one. What am I on? 7. No title. Oh, it's a pre-release. Ah. Yeah, if this doesn't work, we're gonna just end this real quick. But we'll see. Maybe this will work. What was that? 7. Commit. Let's go run this puppy. Watch, next time I stream, I'll be on number 1,402. I will figure this out. I just need to look into it more, I guess. I saved this, right? Yep. Gosh, if this works on a guess, then I'll be a little salty about it. Jeez, come on. Okay, take forever. We're just building suspense. And that's what we're doing. See, this is just JavaScript. Really? Come on. Okay. Not gonna work anyway, but it just took forever. Just break already. Am I outputting anything? Yeah, compare object should output something. Path is null, which means this variable doesn't exist. So, darn, that was a lot of waiting for nothing. So I'll figure this out. Figure out how to reference this variable properly, and hopefully next time this will be more exciting. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you did, I throw these on YouTube. Please follow me. Usually these are more exciting. This one was not as fun. I feel like I didn't get anything done. But that's okay. And after this, if you guys have any questions on what's going on, if you want me to explain some things about how Git works, or you don't have a GitHub and you want to make your own, how do you even jump into working on projects like this? Like, ask me those questions. Let me know. I'm new to this as well, so I have like a pretty fresh newbie take on how to explain some of these things. So yeah, ask me all kinds of questions. The whole point of this is to help others, and I learn as well, hopefully, but it's to help you guys. And maybe someday I'll look back on a video and answer one of my own questions. So just to create resources, to be helpful, be engaged in the community. So please ask questions. That'd be great. And I'm going to sign off. Didn't get anything done, but I'll try to have this figured out for next time, and I will see you then. So thank you so much for tuning in, and have a good rest of your week, a good weekend. There's tons of snow here, but hopefully the sun comes out. That would be great. But anyway, all right. See you guys. Have a good one.